guys, let me know if you're getting me. Okay, so let me know if you guys are getting me. Okay, hello guys. Okay, if anyone's there, please let me know. Okay, so I hope you guys are getting me clearly. So this is my first time doing live, so let's try to. Okay, so let me know if you guys are really getting me. Okay, so hello guys. So this is my first live guitar interactive session, and so I'm waiting for more people to come online. So okay, hello guys. So this is my first time live, and okay, so Boss Augustus, I see you. Tenderly. Okay, I promise you I'll play that in another live. I'm not prepared for that. Wow, tenderly. To be honest, I'll play that in another live. So guys, welcome. So Mahmoud Bar, this is a tutorial, but I'll be discussing Mr. Mahmoud. I'll be discussing about a specific topic today. So yes, it's kind of a tutorial. Yes, but it's for guys. I'll not say for total beginners, but for guys who know some things. So I see one of my bosses here, Boss Augustus, and shout out to Boss Augustus. He's the lead guitarist of Spirit of Praise. Thanks for being on the live. He's an inspiration to me, and so for now, I can't fulfill your request, but I will do something you played some time ago. I watched it on YouTube. This is going for you, Augustus, before I start the live. I hope you're watching. Aye. Hello guys, so I'll be starting in 5 minutes. 5 minutes, yeah. I'm just waiting for more people to come online, and please let me know if you're having the picture and sound good, if it's good. Please guys, I want a feedback on the sound, please. I want a feedback on the sound. Thanks. Okay, so hello guys, and welcome to this series. So I'll be doing this every week, going live and discussing guitar and music related topics. And so for today, it's going to be, I want it to be interactive. And so what I'll say is, first things first, I want us to discuss how about practice. A lot of people practice. As musicians, we need to practice, and so one of the good things about practice is why you do what you do, and why you decide to practice a particular piece, a particular technique, a particular something. And so why you do something has a lot to do with why you'll continue doing it and how far you'll go. And so, for example, if you see a piece of tutorial on YouTube, for example, let me just say the minor scale, and you decide on learning the minor scale and practicing the minor scale, it has to do with why you want to practice the minor scale. What's your intention? What do you want to use it for? Because a lot of times, a lot of people go halfway doing practices and just give up, because probably the reason why they started in the first place was wrong. The intention towards why the practice or went in for what they want to practice is wrong. And so I do not know the intentions of other people or why they decide to practice. But for me, I believe music is a living organism, and one should be able to grow on it daily. And one of the main reasons for me for rehearsing or practicing a piece of music or a technique or whatsoever is because I want to grow. I don't want to be left behind. I want to grow in my craft. And one big misconception about practice is a lot of people think because I want to practice this in one go, I'll get it. There are some things you'll practice for days and months, and you still wouldn't get it the way you want to get it. And so here comes in the reason why initially you started the practice, initially why you wanted to play the guitar in the first place, initially why you wanted to play that song, initially why you wanted to learn that lick, why you wanted to play that style. And so the why you wanted to do it is what keeps you going, is what is going to propel you forward when you get tired of doing that scale over and over again until you get it. So for me, one of the main reasons is because I want to grow daily. Secondly, because I want to infuse a lot of other styles. I want to infuse a lot of other things in my playing. We learn from other people. I heard from someone who said, if you want to be great, you have to listen to the greats. And so wanting to be great, wanting to be out there, wanting to take your music to the next level has a lot to do with who you listen to, the people you listen to. The people you listen to will inspire you a lot. I said earlier on this live that when Augustus joined the live, I was quite surprised, was happy, because although I've never met him, he's one of my mentors. There is a lot of things I hope and wish to learn from him. And so secondly, the attitude towards why you were doing this, because most of the time, guys, in the first place, we want to impress. And so, I want to learn the minor scale, I want to use it in church, I want to use it at band practice. I like to learn the harmonic minor scale. I want to be boastful, and a boastful attitude towards practice doesn't cut it, because when you've gotten the stage, when you've gotten the accolades, you don't practice it anymore, because the reason why you wanted to practice in the first place has been accomplished. everybody has cheered you on, you've been applauded, and so you don't really care about anything. You just want to, okay, I learned the major scale, sorry, a minor scale. And so I'm done. And because of that, you no longer push. So the second reason for me is because of the people I listen to and where I want to go in life. There are some people who learn, especially guitar, because they just want to write songs. There are some people they just want to perform in church. There are some people they want to be in bands. There are some people they want to tour the world. And so a lot of the things you practice has to deal with where you are going. If you just want to be a basic songwriter, I don't think you'll be interested in playing a super low-end scale. What I just said was a little bit advanced, but you wouldn't be interested. Most songwriters are not interested in learning a lot of techniques, and so where you want to take your music, where you're headed at, has a lot to do with what you practice. Do not go on an adventure and practice something because other people are doing it. It has to do with what you want. A guitarist who, there are guys who don't play jazz. A lot of guys probably just play pop and are not interested in jazz tutorials, probably not interested in chord passes and fast changes. And so going in for a tutorial like that will disturb you. You need to know where you're going and what's the technique you're learning, the song you're learning, the whatsoever you're learning is used for, and what you're using it for has a lot to do with what you practice. So for me, that's the second point. Thirdly, for me, it's about keeping up. Music has a lot to do with muscle memory. For example, the first time probably you have a lick to learn, let me just say there's this lick you want to learn. It might be difficult the first time, second time, third time, or it might be difficult, but it takes a lot of muscle memory. Muscle memory works. Let me give an example. Muscle memory, if someone tries to throw something at you, your eyelids close, they close automatically. So that's muscle memory. So when you practice things over and over again, it gets to the point where your brain and your fingers know exactly where to go without you actually looking at them, or without you actually trying hard to do it. A lot of muscle memory comes in. And so that's what consistent practice does to you. You have to be consistently doing a lot of things. There is this riff I play and so it goes like this. I've played this over and over and over and over again that I don't even need to look where my fingers should be placed. I just know how to play it. That's the beauty of practicing consistently, growing on your skills, growing on your speed. There are a lot of things I want to practice. There are a lot of things I need to practice. There's a vast ocean out there of knowledge. The fourth thing that will affect you is complacency. When there's this point when you think, oh, I know this, a lot of people know me, okay, I've been on this stage, and so I have no need to practice, I have no need to do things. I think that's the wrong approach, because that will stop you from fulfilling or getting to know your full potential. So accolades are good, they are nice, but it's always good to have at the back of our mind that we always need to grow. We always need to go and not, because stagnant water stinks. And so we don't want to be stagnant. We don't want to be in one place. We want to evolve continuously. We want to evolve continuously. He mentioned the greats in whatsoever aspect in life that we know. They evolve continuously. They grew continuously. There was not a point. Maybe there were points where they got stuck, but they got up from there, because we are human. There are times when I get tired of rehearsing, possibly practicing a particular piece or something, but we rest and get up from there, and then we move. The goal is to move forward. It doesn't matter if you crawl, if you walk, if you fly, if you jump, if you run, as long as you're moving forward. So 4 things why we practice. One, the reason why you're doing it, how far you want to go with it. 2, the people you listen to, they inspire you, and so you practice a lot of things. Thirdly, what you want to do with your music, what you want to do passionately, what you want to do with the music you're doing, the instruments you're playing. And complacency. Like I said, music is a living organism, and so we have to grow daily. So basically, this is the first part of my life. This is my first live, so I'm really trying to cope and be in the live mode. And so secondly, I like to talk about something other guitarists can refer to when this life is over, because I think it will be saved. And so okay, so let's get to it. So what I'm going to say next is for beginners and for intermediate players. Probably a lot of beginners will know this, and some guys will catch a hang of it as we go about. So diatonic movement, diatonic chords in C major. And so what I meant by diatonic, basically diatonic, I'm talking about the notes in a scale, the notes in a scale. So using the C major as an example, I meet a lot of guys whom through discussions, and I ask, how many keys do you play? And they say, I play all the keys. And I say, okay, you play C major? And they say, I play C, I play G. But really, when it comes down to playing, some guys don't even play all of the chords, all of the basic diatonic chords found in C major. So in any scale, you can look this up, scales in notes in C major. So we have C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. That's just one octave of C major. And what we do in building chords are just when you stack notes together. So notes with defined intervals. For example, C major chord is formed by stacking C, E, and G. Together, we have a C major chord. And so in any diatonic scale, we're using C major as an example. We can create three major chords, 3 minor chords, and a diminished chord. So the first note, C, we can create a major chord from C. C major. So C is the first note, and we can build C major from C. The second note in the scale is D. The second note, D, is a minor. We can build a minor chord from it. D minor. So what we are actually doing is harmonizing the scale. So imagine a choir singing a particular song and singing in parts. So when we are creating a chord, we are actually harmonizing the notes, just like a choir will do with a song. So C major, we've harmonized C major by stacking other notes on top of it. And D minor, that's the second note in the scale, D minor. The third note is E, and E is also a minor chord, can be built to be a minor chord. So the notes of the E minor chord are E, B, and G. Together we have an E minor chord. So a quick recap: the first note C is a major. We have a major chord from there. C major. D is a minor. D minor. The E is a minor. The fourth is F. This note F. And the notes of F are F, A, C. And so together we have the F major chord. We have the F major chord. The fifth notes in the scale, C, D, E, F, G, is also a major chord. And the notes of the G major chord are G, B, and D. Together we have G major. The sixth note in the scale is A. So A is a minor. The notes of A minor are A, C, and E. Together we have A minor. The seventh degree of the scale is a diminished chord. So for beginners, a diminished chord might be a little bit advanced to explain. But a diminished chord is created when two minor thirds are stacked on top of each other. So a diminished chord in C major will be B diminished, which will sound like this. The notes in B diminished are B, D, and F. The B diminished chord. So together we have. So we are just basically dealing with triads now. Triads are made up of three notes. So C major, C, E, G. There are other forms of chords we'll deal with later, but we are just basically dealing with triads. And so if we harmonize the C major scale, the notes, the C major scale, that's 1 octave. If we do the C major scale, if we run the C major scale for 2 octaves, it will be. That's 2 octaves of C major. And so if we harmonize, if we play this scale and harmonize it with the chords, it will sound like this. So it sounds like a choir singing together. You're having the soprano, the tenor, the alto singing together. That's what a chord basically is about. When a choir sings, they're actually singing a chord. And so until you are able to play these basic diatonic chords in one key, we have 12 keys. So this is done in C major until you are able to conveniently play 7 different chords in a particular key. Then you are at a comfortable stage at saying you can play all of the keys, because at this point you can play a lot of songs because you know a great amount of chords. So with just 2 chords we can build a progression and do something nice. So let me just see. Okay. So for my gear, guys, I'm using a Fender Squire Stratocaster, okay, a Pod HD 500X guitar processor, and Marshall MG 3080 watt amp for this tutorial, in case you'd like to know my gear. And for the sound, I just have a little bit of clean sound with a little bit of delay and reverb. Yeah, so that's it. And so a quick progression just with two chords. So basically what I was trying to illustrate is we make music off these notes and we make music of these chords, a mixture of notes and chords, and so that's what music is made up about, of course, with silence. And so a fun way to go through these diatonic chords, as I call them, in C major, is actually playing them with a little bit of swing. And so you can refer back to me through my messenger or my number for further questions. And so what I'll be doing is playing all the chords we've just spoke about in C major with a little bit of style. So 1, 2, 3, C major. Again, C major, 1, 2, 3, go. C, D minor, E minor, F major, G major, A minor, B diminished, B diminished, E minor again, going down, G, F major, E minor, D minor, C major. What I just did is play through the scale. It was as if I was playing. So let me do it a little bit up close and show you guys what exactly I was doing there. Okay, so again in the scale, C major. You can look up the shapes on Google. I'll leave up a link for looking up the shapes. So C major, D minor, E minor, F major, G major, A minor, B diminished, and C major. So I'll post up either a diagram or a link of these chords so you can actually get a hold of them, because I don't know if you can quite clearly see my fingers and how I place them. This video is a little bit flipped, but that's it. So guys, basically that's it for today, and I'll be going through the questions. Let me see. Okay. Alright, not much questions. Okay guys, I promise you the background noise wouldn't be here next time. Okay, so Camilla Scott, the name of which chord? Okay, so thanks guys for staying, thanks guys for tuning in. I hope this session has brought about some knowledge, and I'd love for you guys to drop your questions in my DM, and I'll answer them. Yeah, I'll answer them. So thanks for tuning in. God bless you all, and stay music minded. See you next week. Going to be talking about another topic, and please drop in your questions. You can help me by continuing this live by asking questions, and then I'll be able to answer them when I come on live. Please, thank you. See you next week, guys. Ciao.